Okay, here, this is Henry Graves from New Zealand Blind. I'm here speaking with, what's your name again, sir? Janitskin. Welcome, man. Thank you for talking to me. How you doing so far today? Okay, fantastic. Do you mind telling us, how old you are, what you do for a living, those kinds of things, if you have a family and so forth? Ah, yes. Do you have some examples of that that you want to share with people? Some examples of the truth that I don't like? Yeah, I mean here in the United States, as an American, we hear about how great Finland is in terms of education system, and how progressive it is in terms of how they teach the kids. But I talked to some people there, like my friend Matty Julikin, or Jukinen, I believe his name is, and he says that there's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of corruption, and there's a lot of things that you cannot say and do over there in Finland. Do you have some examples of what you cannot say and you cannot do over there? Wow. Now, this corruption is it just the government, or does it seep its way into the education process, healthcare, finance? Hmm. Now, um, one thing people don't understand when it comes to corruption, they always say, well, Finland is a democratic society. So you would think if it's a democratic society, it'll be very open. But is that just a ruse, or is there really people on top who just manage to keep the power and just have these delusions going on? No, no, I am very jealous. I mean, here in America, it's the same old every day. Every day is the same old. Right now, they're talking about tax cuts, more tax cuts for the rich, but no one's talking about people on the very bottom who are suffering in this country. It's just the same old regurgitated nonsense. And that's one thing I like about Europe is that you guys actually is a very much a participatory society there. People you can actually get a movement started. Now, I want to hear about your movement because what really got you motivated to try to change the political landscape in Europe in Finland? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's now what issues besides the corruption did help spur the movement exactly? Was there like a real hot button issue, like really got people galvanized? Hmm. Okay, now um, I know about a couple months ago they had this issue with this Muslim refugee that came and stabbed some Finnish people, and I think that he didn't even come from Syria at the time. Now, my question is, what is the government's motivation to have all these non-Syrians come into Finland at the time? I mean, what do you think is the ultimate like end game for them when it comes to doing this? Mhm. Wow. Okay. Okay. So now I want to get talk about your situation now because you're under house arrest and you've been actually denied due process. I mean, how does that work? I mean, you're convicted of a crime, and you're not even tried at all. Oh, okay. So your next court is about 2 or 3 weeks away. Okay. Oh, fall. Okay, 5 months away. So okay. So but you're not even you're living in Andorra, right? Yeah. So that's over in Spain. Okay. So that now. Yeah, in between Spain and Spain in the mountains. Um, so yeah, fantastic. So now you're under house arrest now. So my question is because they're still trying to figure out what to charge you with. Is that correct? Now, one of the charges they said when they said they called you a Nazi. What is what is the basis of that? Like last I checked, the Finland actually fought against the so-called Nazi types. Like, what is the standard of all that name calling? Hmm. Well, I love that because people have a right to say it as they wish, without obviously coming out and saying, "Hey, I want to go kill a whole group of people." That's obviously against any nation's laws. You can't come out and say, "Hey, I want to go kill that person." You know. Now, in your case, I mean, I met you through another guy on BK who I've known for the past few months, and he doesn't hate me. I'm African, by the way, and all this idea of people being called Nazis and say, well, they hate this person or hate that person. I'm like, well, I've never been mistreated, by just because someone wants to be called a Nazi. I mean, even if they're called Nazi, they have a right to say what they want to say as long as they're not saying they want to go and kill people. That's where people really want to draw the line. Am I right? Yes, exactly. So, what these your magazine, the people that have taken comments of, what have they taken comments for the so-called neo Nazis? What have those neo Nazis said about the government itself? I'm just curious. Mhm. because I do have some friends. Juho Niminen is one of them on Facebook, and Maddie Jukinen. He Veli actually goes by Veli, but they tell me that they have this thing called the Sons of Odin, who go out and look out for their interest, and they were trying to prevent refugee violence against their people. Yeah, those, is that yeah, and that yeah that seems like a noble idea. You want to protect your people against invaders. Am I correct? Or but you're not a part of that movement though. You just read your newspaper publishing. That's fantastic. Now, how does the media work to cover up the government's crimes over there? Because obviously they're not able to get away with it just by themselves. Yeah, yeah. What Trump calls the fake news, the fake news media, and of course, but your newspaper. I mean, like, how do you guys get like the funds in terms of to keep doing what you're doing? Is it just like self managed, or you guys get revenue from advertising, or of course, absolutely. Now, just now a question. So how do you've talked to your lawyer about what's going on, and how does he see this eventually ending, and if there's an end game in sight? Like, what do you think is gonna What do you think is gonna happen? Wow, wow. So, okay, I have another question. So, I mean, you're more in verse what's going on in Europe as a whole. So, what is your opinion about what's going on right now in Austria with the new government of Sebastian Kurz and the so-called? Oh, you're for it. Okay. Okay. No, no, no. I want to hear your position on this because I posted this article on my website about how they're saying that the Holocaust denial is still illegal in Austria, but yet you have the rise of the far right. And yet they can't understand it's two different things. They're talking about freedom of speech and upholding your natural heritage and say, well, they're Nazis. But none of them even supports Hitler. So, mhm, yes. course. No, 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 no. I understand completely. I really, really do. I mean, I really, really do. Um, so now you have people who obviously know about your works in the newspaper, and I mean, and you guys are getting good attention. Is there any politicians who support your message at all in Finland? Or any political parties? Okay. Okay. Okay, no, that's good because I believe if you can get into the political system, it will be able to help get more people to your side. If they can see, hey, they are actually going against their own laws that they claim to take an oath to protect. Am I correct? Yes. Fantastic. Anything else you want to say, sir, before, if I have to let you go, sir? Yes, I am in Houston, Texas. Here, I think right now it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I mean, it's like the summer, the winter is coming here, so it's like it's gonna get cold, and our cold is like maybe in the high 60s, low 50s or so. But people here don't like the cold here in Houston, so. Mhm. Yeah, I've never met a Finnish person in Houston yet. I'm sure there are. No, 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 no. This is an international city. There's like there's Germans, British, Spanish. Um, of course, there's Mexicans here. Muslims, Arabs, Jews. That's a synagogue about like 25 minutes away from me. So, no, no, it's a very much international city. I guarantee you will find at least one person of Finnish like descent here in Houston. This is the fourth largest city, and you say you lived in Miami, so which is also like a pretty big city too. So it's oh man, that's yeah, it's yeah, I mean it's I just generally speaking, I like Houston. I like different cultures here. There's a lot of different cuisines to eat. Um, it's kind of it's kind of far spread apart. And so like some part of the city is not even in the city anymore. But like Cyprus, Northeast, I always tell people if you live in Spring, you're like basically just past the Houston city limits, anyways. I'm lucky. I live in the middle of the city, so everything is within like I won't say like 35 minutes away from me. So it's pretty good. I live in the middle of the city. So I mean it could always be worse. I mean I remember I was living in Spring. That was horrible. Just horrific. So I have a question about huh? Yeah, you guys have an amazing history. I know when the Red Army attacked you guys fought them to a stalemate during World War II. You know, yeah, and I mean that great part of history. I do know some Finnish people besides you and Ishmael. I know of Veli. We've been friends for like 3 years on Facebook. And Juho. I mean, he doesn't those people those two guys I talked to. They're more National Socialists. So they're the ones the media they were calling neo Nazis. um, and but they don't hate me at all. I mean, they say they mean me an African guy. They like me. I don't I don't mistreat them. They respect me, and we've never had a single problem. I know they're in, there. I think is it illegal to deny the Holocaust there or so? I'm not. No, is it? I mean, I don't know. Like seriously, I don't know. Yes, well, my friend Veli did, and he got. I think got put on probation. He had to spend a day in jail because of that. I don't think he even posts on Facebook anymore. He kind of just stopped because he just said he's just tired of all the BS. And he has to be very careful. You have to be very careful. You have to basically. I mean, you have to basically talk in code these days. I know this other guy who's a friend of mine. His name is Hagen Guderian. He's actually in prison right now because he was saying he was denying the Holocaust. In his case, they took like his entire laptop, and he was so easy for them to because the case against him was pretty easy. He just said, "Hey, you have this Facebook page where you have like 1,000 followers who literally all this online. We can see everything." So his was a slam dunk case. And in your case, they say they took your computer, right? They took your laptop, and they're doing searches. No, okay, not yet. Oh, hacking, huh? So like they've not even got a warrant for this. Like, here in the United States, you have to have a warrant to actually search you at a period. Hmm, interesting. Because now, who is this like a fair? Is this like a national crime they're trying to charge you with, or is it a local crime? Hmm. Wow. And when did this happen? Do you know when this started happening? Just last year, or? And how long have you been away from Finland? I mean, I'm pretty sure you miss it, don't you? You miss it 4 years ago. Wow. Well, and I mean, you miss. I mean, you miss your family and such? Oh, okay, good, good. Good. No, I mean, it would be. I mean, it'd be hard if you had kids and you just couldn't see them for all that time. I had a friend of mine who actually had to leave the United States because they said he was going to be deported, and sure enough, he has not seen his kids in years, and he missed them so much, and it's heartbreaking. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I know in Finland there you can't deny the Holocaust, and I mean, there's one more question you have to ask. I mean, what do you think about Vladimir Putin? What he's doing? Because my friend Veli hates the guy. He thinks that he's gonna try to invade Finland again. Uh, oh, sure. Vladimir Putin. Russia. He thinks that Russia is a yeah. He thinks that Russia is a threat. My friend Belly, and he thinks that Russia is going to invade again. No, really. So this is obviously just hysteria. Do you think this is hysteria? Yeah. Do you think this is hysteria to distract about what the corruption in the government right now? Or, well, I think it's fantastic you're doing what you're doing with the media there because there needs to be real freedom of speech for everyone. I know on social media, and we're friends on VK, right? So, what do you think about VK itself? I mean, I know it's kind of like Russian Facebook. Have you been on Facebook at the other Facebook, like the I guess they call it the American Facebook, right? I mean, yeah, VK. What do you think about it? Mm. You know, I am actually currently banned on Facebook for another 20 days. No, yeah, no, it's funny. I mean, it's become a bit of a joke. They've banned me. This is my 10th 30-day ban in the past 18 months. And I mean, I don't get like a lot of times I just share an article and they don't like it, and so they just ban me. I'm like, and they say you violate our community standards. I'm like, and then they will not let me, you know, talk about why, what I did wrong. So this last ban they did, and this last ban they did, they sent me a inbox message telling me your post was removed. Why, send a reply if you don't think you should have been banned. I'm like, yeah, you guys banned me, but you didn't tell me what you banned me for. So I'm like, this is just a joke. Like, you say I posted a picture, and yet you don't show me the picture. So I was like this makes no sense. I'm like, whatever. I have two other accounts. So I just hop on that and do my work. But like, it's all very annoying to say the very least. A lot of times I still don't know what they think they're gonna be able to do to ban people because so many people they ban have like five other accounts, so they're not really doing anything in terms of being able to ban anyone. You know, but okay, I mean you're kind of a businessman, right? Is there any money to be made from banning people? No. Wow. It's just oh Lord, it's horrible. Even on VK, why I do like it, they do ban people. Sorry, excuse me. Last week they actually started moving some of my posts on my from my website, and I just told them, look, if you guys keep on doing this crap, I'll just leave because it's not worth the harassment over censorship. You know. Now, I mean, tell me in the Finland Constitution, what are the rights that you guys have in terms of like basic human rights there in Finland? Is it actually stated in the Constitution what you guys do have as rights? Wow. And can I ask a question? Do you think you can pinpoint when this started? Do you think you can pinpoint when this actually started, the loss of rights? Wow, very recently. Do you know an event that actually helped kind of turn the tide in that sense? Do you know the event that it was specifically, or was it an election, or? Wow. Well, I mean, what is it like? Was it almost midnight over there, right? It's almost midnight over there, right? Okay, okay. Well, is there anything else you want to say before we sign off? That's it? Okay. Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to me, good sir. I really appreciate that. I'll make sure to post this on YouTube. I have an article on my website, and I will, obviously you're going to get final approval if I post anything, okay? Okay. Oh, yeah, so I'm gonna have the link of the original Google Doc you sent me on top of this, and then I'll also put that on the YouTube page as well, and send you all that information on VK. And then when my band is over on Facebook in about 20 days, I'll post it all over Facebook because I have like a huge following on Facebook, which is why they probably can't ban me completely, like they do to you. Cause, no, it's funny. Like I have like almost 5,000 friends, and they want to get rid of my account, but they can't bring themselves to do it because I have too many followers. So for them, it'll be a loss, a huge loss of money. So maybe people should just send friend requests to me to you, make a Facebook account again, and that way that they may ban you, but they may ban you for like 30 days, but they will not remove your account hopefully. Um, so I will share it all over my pages. I have a secret group I run. I post it on there too, and we can hopefully get more messages out because it's good. Like people need to know what's going on. Okay, you take care, man. Bye.